In this screencast, you will learn how to use fonts and use appropriate text to kind of add to that meaning that we were creating in our last screencast. So let's talk about a couple of rules first when using fonts. First thing, you want to make sure your header font is very easy to read, big and bold. You can use an outline on your header font to kind of create a little bit of differentiation between the levels of fonts. That's kind of what I did here in my example. In your slide deck or in your design, you want to make sure that you really only use 1 to 2 different fonts in the design. Any more than that, and you're really distracting from the message that you're trying to send. If you do end up with any body text in your design, which some will and some won't, you want to make sure that that is also pretty easy to read. I want to talk about a couple of different categories of fonts. You might notice on here that you see some fonts that look really fun and flashy, and you might see fonts that are academic, like Oswald, Corpse, and Chivo. Those fonts look a lot more academic in nature than something like maybe Cranky or Lobster. So think about the emotion and the tone that you want your audience to feel through your presentation. If it's fun and playful and light, something like Cranky or Unkempt might be okay. But if it's academic and professional in nature, you might want to stick to things that are more simplified, like Oswald, Chivo, Corpse. There's other ones. You can use your professional judgment. Now let's talk about how you get text into these slides. One recommendation that I have is to use word art. You'll find that under the Insert menu if you go down to Word Art. What this allows you to do is to insert text that is drag and droppable rather than using the text box tool. When you have to select the text and change the size, it gets quite cumbersome. And if I ever want to edit this, I just double click on it and then I can type in the words that I want to edit it with. So let's practice this down on our slide. So I'm going to go to Insert and choose Word Art, and I'm going to type in the word surveillance. Oops, 2 L's. Okay, I'm going to move this to the top of my screen, and for now I'm just going to go ahead and make everything black. We're going to talk about color on the next slide. And Oswald was that one nice academic font that I chose. And now I'm going to insert another piece of word art, and put technology. And then I'm also going to give that the same font here. Oswald again, make it black. And then this time I'm going to make it italicized, just to kind of differentiate there between my topic and then what I'm talking about is the technology aspect of the surveillance. And now I'm going to insert a couple of little subheaders down under the details that I have there. So we're going to insert racial profiling. I'm going to make that small. I want to show you a little trick next how to, once you have a piece of text that's the size that you like it, the font and the color and everything that you're going for, if you hold down the Control key on your keyboard, and I'm going to click and drag and let go of my mouse, it copies those same properties of the font. So now I can just double click on this and put privacy on that, and then go over to my third one and reliability. Boom. And there, that's a simple way to kind of differentiate between different levels of fonts.